We have this powerful image of the Buddha as the ultimate solitary sage, a man who walked out of society and found enlightenment all by himself in the wilderness. We often think his goal was to escape from people, but the historical record tells a different, more relational story. The very first thing the Buddha did after his profound awakening was not to retreat deeper into the forest, but to walk for weeks to find his 5 former companions. His first act was to share what he had found. His first mission was to build a community, a Sangha. He established this community as one of the 3 jewels of the path, as essential as the Buddha himself and the teachings, the Dharma. Understanding why he placed such importance on community is the key to answering the question, can we walk this path alone? Today we address a question that is deeply relevant to so many of us in the modern world. Can Zen be practiced effectively without being part of a formal Sangha or regularly visiting a monastery? For many people, due to geography, family life, or other commitments, practicing alone isn't a preference. It's the only available option. In this episode, we'll take an honest look at why the Sangha is so highly valued, and we'll explore the challenges and the profound potential of the sincere solitary path. To understand the path of the solo practitioner, we first have to understand the ideal of the Sangha. Why is it considered the 3rd jewel? The reasons are deeply practical. First, a Sangha provides support and inspiration. The path can be difficult, and it's easy to lose heart. Seeing others practice, hearing their struggles and insights, reminds us that we are not alone. Second, it provides accountability. It's easy to let our daily meditation slide when no one is there. The gentle shared commitment of a group helps us maintain discipline when our own motivation wanes. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, it provides a reality check. The human ego is endlessly clever at creating stories, and it's very easy to convince ourselves that we are making great progress when we are actually just getting lost in our own delusions. The Sangha acts as a mirror, where the perspectives of trusted friends can help us see our own blind spots. There is a classic teaching from the Buddha that uses a powerful analogy to explain this. A Sangha is like a blazing campfire. Many logs are gathered together, and each log, burning brightly, helps all the other logs stay lit. The collective warmth and light are powerful and self-sustaining. A solo practitioner is like a single log pulled from that fire and placed on the ground alone. Even if it was burning brilliantly in the fire, its own flame will now struggle against the cold and damp. It must generate all of its own heat. It's not impossible for it to keep burning, but it is much, much harder. So, does this mean solo practice is hopeless? Not at all. It simply means that the solitary log must have a very strong inner fire, great sincerity and discipline, and must do its best to create the supportive conditions for itself that a fire provides naturally. The reality is that for most of us, joining a monastery or even a local sitting group isn't feasible. The good news is that the spirit of Sangha can be cultivated in many creative ways. First, we can redefine Sangha. In the digital age, online communities, virtual meditation halls, and recorded talks from trusted teachers can provide genuine support and guidance. A Sangha might be just one other trusted friend with whom you can speak honestly about your practice. Second, the solo practitioner must be diligent about creating structure. This means a non-negotiable, regular sitting schedule. It means engaging deeply and consistently with reliable teachings to keep your practice grounded and to challenge your own assumptions.
Ultimately, the most advanced practice is to see your entire life as the Sangha. Your family, your co-workers, the strangers you meet in the grocery store. These are all people who can act as your teachers and mirrors, if you are willing to pay attention. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice patience, compassion, and awareness. This turns a life of isolation into a life of constant, engaged practice. Even when you are sitting alone, you can connect to the vast, invisible web of support that surrounds you. Here is a simple practice to try at the beginning of your meditation. Let's call it entering the circle. 1. Settle into your seat. As you begin your meditation, take a moment to feel the stability of your posture. 2. Recall the stream of practice. Bring to mind the countless beings, past and present, who have walked this path. Picture the Buddha, the ancient masters in their mountain huts, and the thousands of people around the world who might be sitting in meditation at this very same moment. Feel yourself as part of this enormous, silent stream. 3. Acknowledge your supporters. Now bring to mind anyone in your life who has ever shown you kindness or support. It could be a friend, a family member, a mentor, or even a pet. Let yourself feel their quiet encouragement. 4. Sit within the circle. Begin your meditation holding this feeling of connection. You may be physically alone in the room, but you are sitting in the center of a vast and supportive circle. You are practicing by yourself, but you are not alone.
While the warmth of the communal fire is the most traditional and often the most effective way to sustain our practice, a solitary flame, tended with great care, sincerity, and discipline, can indeed burn with a bright and steady light. The path of the solo practitioner is a challenging one, but it is a valid and noble path. The key is to acknowledge the difficulties, create your own structure, and find creative ways to connect to the stream of the Dharma. Ultimately, the strength of your practice comes not from who you sit with, but from the sincerity with which you sit. How do you find support and community on your own journey, whether in a formal group or in your daily life? Please share your experience in the comments below. It may be a great help to others. If this guidance was supportive, please subscribe to the Mindful Compass. May your practice be strong, whether in a crowd or in the quiet of your own room.